The Vietnam Veterans Memorial is a 2-acre U.S. national memorial located in Washington, D.C. Construction began on March 26, 1982, and construction on the wall was finished in late October, with it being dedicated on November 13, 1982, closing a week-long salute for Vietnam veterans. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial honors members of the U.S. Armed Forces who served in the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War began in 1954 and was a war between North Vietnam and South Vietnam with their allies, the United States of America. The U.S. spent over $168 billion on the war, which in 2011 was about $950 billion. The war ended with Communist forces seizing control of South Vietnam in 1975. The next year, the country was unified as the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial was founded by a man named Jan Scruggs, who served in the war. He wanted to acknowledge and recognize the service and sacrifice of all who served in Vietnam. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund raised nearly $9 million for the memorial. You can't split up the memorial into 4 quadrants like you can a painting. However, it can be split up into 4 different parts that make up the memorial. The first and main part of the memorial is the wall. The wall was created by Maya Ying Lin. Her design for the wall was supposed to look like an opening or a wound in the earth to symbolize the gravity of the loss of the soldiers. The design was very controversial at first, for several reasons. One reason it was controversial was that it was a non-traditional design for a war memorial. Lin's Asian ethnicity and her lack of professional experience was also thrown into the controversy. Lin's parents fled China in 1949, and her ancestry can be traced back all the way to the Qing Dynasty period. Some people felt she was inexperienced, as she was an undergraduate at Yale University when her design was chosen. The wall creates a wound that is V-shaped, with one end facing east toward the Washington Monument and the other facing west toward the Lincoln Memorial. Over 58,000 names are etched onto the 246-foot, 9-inch long Garber walls. For each wall, there are 72 panels. The names were written in Optima font using a technique called photo stencil grit blasting. The walls have a mirror-like finish, allowing visitors to see their reflection when looking at the names, bridging the past and the present. On panel 29 West, line 22, is where my great-uncle John Arthur Ramirez is located. He was a part of the 101st Airborne Division and was killed in Toi Tien, South Vietnam. He was born on October 2, 1949, and passed away on March 12, 1969, after only serving 2 months in the armed forces. He was 19 when he died. The next part of the Vietnam Veteran Memorial is the 3 Servicemen, created by American sculptor Frederick Hart. Not far from the memorial wall, the 3 heroic-sized statues stand at 7 feet tall and are on top of a 1-foot granite base. The 3 soldiers are all distinctively different. The Hispanic soldier was inspired by Guillermo Smith de Perez de Leon. The African-American soldier was inspired by Corporal Terrence Green, Rodney Sherrill, and Scotty Dillingham, and the Caucasian soldier was inspired by James Connell, a corporal in the Marines. The 3 servicemen were created with a process called patina. Patina is a rarely used process which produces a rich variety of subtle color variations. The uniforms of the soldiers are painted an olive color, with the flesh painted a rich bronze. The hair, eyes, buttons, and military equipment is finished with a high polish. Hart wanted to improve upon and preserve the works of Maya Ying Lin, as well as show the experience and service of a Vietnam veteran. The statue and the wall work together, with the soldiers looking on at the names of their fallen comrades. The third part is the Women's Memorial, created by Glenna Goodacre. The memorial depicts 3 women surrounding a wounded soldier. It is a memorial dedicated to the women who served in the Vietnam War, with most of the women being nurses. It also serves as a reminder of the importance of women in the conflict. It was dedicated on November 11, 1993. Lastly, the in-memory plaque is a 3 by 2 foot block of black granite that reads, "In memory of the men and women who served in the Vietnam War and later died as a result of their service, we honor and remember their sacrifice." The plaque was founded by Ruth Cotter Fitzgerald and the Vietnam War in Memory Memorial Plaque Project, as they wanted to honor those who died after the end of the war due to injuries suffered. It was dedicated on November 10th, 2004. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial proudly represents and honors all those who truly gave it their all, fighting for the country in Vietnam. It stands as a reminder of America's past, with the wall bridging past and present. The statues of both the three servicemen and the Women's Memorial show how diverse Americans are, but they also show how Americans can unify as one. This is similar to E Pluribus Unum, the motto of the U.S., which translates to, out of many, one.